watching Hour 22 of the Creepy Channel Crawl. Now introducing the crew of the Homicidal Homemaker.
Thank you to our in-house or in-closet skeleton for that introduction. And thank you to everyone who's tuning in for Hour 22 of the Creepy Channel Crawl with the Homicidal Homemaker crew. For those of you who are not familiar with my channel, hi, I'm Casey, better known as the Homicidal Homemaker.
What up, Creepy Channel Crawl fam? I'm Salvador, music composer for the Homicidal Homemaker.
And I'm Ian, and I produce the show.
And this is BB.
Yeah, this is my daughter, BB.
She would tell you herself.
Yeah, she was being pretty vocal.
Speaks dog right now.
So we got, right now we're multi-streaming. Somebody was asking in the chat how we're able to monitor the comments on multiple platforms, and it all has to do with witchcraft. That's how we're getting all of the comments from all of the various platforms that we're streaming on. So I just want to say hi to a few people on here. There's a lot of folks in the chat right now. I see the Horror Miser, Monty G. Thank you so much for the shout out and mention of my channel on your stream earlier this morning. And this has been a blast. For those of you who are just jumping on and haven't caught the past 22 hours of the Creepy Channel Crawl, it's been a 24-hour live streamed horror event. And it's been on over 24 different channels. So we're hour 22. So it's sadly coming to an end, but it's been really fun on the hours that we were able to tune into. It's been such a cool thing seeing the horror community come together when it's been really, really frustrating with all of the changes YouTube's been making, not only to like the Adpocalypse, and now we're on Adpocalypse 3.0 as people are calling it. Now they're demonetizing channels, not just horror channels, but small channels as well. If you don't have at least 1,000 subscribers and up to at least 4,000 hours of watch time. So we really, really appreciate everyone who's been going above and beyond for us, trying to help us with our channel and helping us to keep our monetization. We don't post too often, so it's really hard for us to achieve that 4,000 hours of watch time. So we have a lot of folks in the chat. Hi, Victoria. Hi, I see Vicky in there. Eric's in there. Monty. There's a lot of folks in here. And I'm hoping that somebody mentioned that this is a yearly event. I really, really hope that HorrorAddicts does this every single year, because it's been really cool just seeing the support that everyone's shown each other and how they've pulled together to do this. There's a lot of channels who they didn't even have the problem with risking getting demonetized, but they've still jumped in to help all of us smaller channels. We're sorry to hear the Death Twitch has the flu. That's awful. We're sorry to hear that, but at least you've had some pretty good entertainment over the past day. That probably at least helps a little bit while you're laying in bed. You have some cool things to watch over the past day. Queenie Todd, thank you for tuning in. I love the Homicidal Homemaker, one of the best shows on the tube. That's awesome. So, should we talk a little bit more about what we do on the show or anything like that? Or should we just get right into what we had planned?
No, let's just get into doing what we were going to do for the stream, which is nothing like what happens on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to do something a little different than what our channel normally offers. For those of you who are not familiar with the channel, the Homicidal Homemaker is primarily a horror cooking show. We also do our quick tips from the crypt episodes, which are very short and sweet episodes. They may not be necessarily horror themed, but they're a quick, valuable tip or a cocktail or just something that doesn't require a full episode. And the thing that we have a lot of fun doing with the show is it's not just a cooking show. We like to add cinematic parts to cinematic intros to the show. Basically making like a little mini horror movie. Sorry, the chat's distracting me right now.
Maven said, are we going to be cooking in the stream? That she's pretty hungry. Well, luckily for you, we won't be cooking, so that would probably make you even more hungry than you already are. So we're going to be playing some video games.
Yeah, we're going to be playing some video games, and we also...
It looks like everybody's been changing it up, though, like, for the Creepy Channel Crawl. They're
yeah.
kind of doing things a little differently, so...
I think that keeps it fun though. Like when you kind of don't go with the schedule, I feel like when we try to go to a schedule on these live streams, we don't even follow it anyway, so there really isn't like a point on sticking with it. So, so I see Mr. Meathook. He says, "What's up, guys? Been introduced to a bunch of channels I've never seen before during this crawl." That is awesome. That is the whole point of the creepy channel crawl. So that's really, really cool. So Zachary Haith, I hope I pronounced that right, he asked if I've collaborated with Ghoulia Childs. We're actually friends. We follow each other on a lot of social media outlets, and she's been really supportive on sharing a lot of my recipes. Like on National Puzzle Day, she shared my Hellraiser Cinnabite brownies because that's the best puzzle there is, the limit configuration. So,
and Al's Horse Shop says he complimented Ian's t-shirt.
Oh, thanks.
I love it also. It's a cool shirt.
Thank you.
So Dano from the Late Late Horror Show says that he's making bloody mac and cheese. If you want to like FedEx some of that over to us, that sounds pretty good. We're all pretty hungry too. James Munster's asking what video games we will be playing. I didn't really talk that over with the team. I kind of wanted to surprise them. Do you guys want to play Jackbox and have them join in on the I can't even think of what it is, on the game room? Or do you want to do Slay Away Camp? They've been watching me struggle the past week on Slay Away Camp. It's probably not that fun.
I always like Jackbox.
Okay, is anyone in the chat familiar with Jackbox or the Jackbox Party Pack games? And another thing, I apologize, I cannot remember the name of the channel because it was about 2 in the morning and I was half awake, but they were doing Mad Libs on their channel and I thought that was such a fantastic idea that I wanted to do it today. So I do apologize. If you guys would please go look on the schedule at the streamer that was going on around 2 a.m. They were doing live Mad Libs and we're kind of borrowing the idea because we thought that was pretty cool. So we wanted to thank them for the inspiration. So Creepypasta666 complimented BB and says that they love the dog, so cute. And then Dan said, your videos are amazing. I love the horror mixed with food, 2 of my favorite things. Thank you so much. That's kind of how the show got started. Just combining combining all of the things I love into one outlet. So, Mandy, yes, this is our dog. She had surgery. She got fixed, so she can't have babies, and she had a couple little complications. She's very spunky, so the stitches weren't working out well with her. So yes, this is our little puppy, and we do have some recipes for spooky dog treats coming soon to my website. So I'm sorry, the chat's going really fast, so we're trying our best to keep up with it right now. And we are multi-streaming right now. If you are watching on Periscope or you're watching on Twitch, we'd really appreciate it if you'd head over to the YouTube watch page because it does help with our watch time on the channel. But there are a lot of folks that follow us on other platforms that may not be subscribed or may not get the notifications. So that's why we like to try to blast this out to all of the channels that we're on. Byron, thank you. He says, I love your channel. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. Sorry, it just went away, but somebody asked if we like Nintendo. Yes, we love Nintendo. Salvador still has his original Nintendo from when he was a child.
And the Power Glove. The one
oh, yeah.
His actual Power Glove.
I have like 3 Super Nintendos sitting around.
Yeah, we're kind of like, we kind of hoard.
Obsessive collection.
Yeah, I say hoard, you say obsessive collection. But we have like way too many like duplicate consoles laying around. So I'm not sure if it's Gory or Danny on Horror Addicts, but they said, I love you, Casey, always entertaining and a nice ghoul to boot. Thank you. We love everything you guys are doing for the indie horror community. It's really awesome.
I think they said, or somebody said that Laura's Looney Bin was who was doing the Mad Libs.
I believe, yes, that is correct. I could not... We were actually filming and doing stuff for the show, and it went on much later than anticipated, so we were very, very tired, but I was trying my best to try to tune into every channel that I was able to. Hey, there's a name I recognize, Trayvon. Keep it up, Homicidal Homemaker crew. You folks are too awesome. Looking forward to some new recipes, fave YouTuber. That's so cool. Thank you. Again, Amy's autopsy report. Oh, this is scrolling so fast. Sorry, guys, we're trying our best to answer everybody in here. There's a lot of you in there. That's awesome. So should we start off with the video game, or should we...
Yeah, I was looking at that one too.
Matronox, who does the makeup on the show? The zombie makeup on the intestines episode looked nice. That was actually our friend Michael Needham. He's a makeup artist in Fresno, California. He's worked on films like The Gallows. He's really, really talented. Just a super cool guy, super supportive. He was actually Jason Voorhees on the Brain Macaroni Salad episode. His daughter was Samara on that episode. And he's also the zombie that's my neighbor that lives in the cemetery across the street. So he's he also did the makeup on the end of the Dead Alive Custard episode. Cole, thank you so much. He said, just found your channel and I love what you are. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And Ian has his own channel too, Neptune Cinema. Give you a little shout out.
Thank you.
All right, so does someone want to explain what Jackbox is while I get that squared away on here?
Well, it depends on which one we're going to do, really.
Oh, yeah. So
there's like Fibbage and...
I don't even know where my phone is right now to play.
I'll find it in a second.
So Jackbox is it's a game where you can go ahead and explain this while I get that squared away.
So a lot of them are like trivia games, and like you kind of compete for the best score, and the objective is just kind of different, or the rules are kind of different depending on what you which game you play. There's a couple different ones. One's called Fibbage, and what is the like kind of saw like?
Oh, let's play that one.
Yeah.
What is that called? We'll play the scary one. I can't think of what it's called. I'm gonna go ahead and get that squared away right now. Hopefully you can still monitor the chat.
Your phone.
Yeah. Oh, you know, sorry.
I'll go check.
And then I'm probably going to need my charger, too, because I'm always playing with my phone. Hey, so the Movie Void said, I'm making the Dead Alive Custard tomorrow. That is super rad. That one, it's not for the faint of heart. Do you want to chime in with the Dead Alive Custard? Remember when I made that?
Yeah, that was fun. I like the movie Dead Alive. I hadn't seen it in a long time, because seeing it so many times, it's kind of gross, and it it's enjoyable, but it grossed me out. And so, in case you was doing the episode, I was excited to do it. And so, we watched some scenes beforehand to get inspiration, including the custard eating scene in the film. And so, when we shot the episode, that was cool. And then, I always try the food that Casey makes. It's delicious. And it was good. And so, I had a bite of the custard, and it was pretty good. I had another bite, and I just couldn't. I was like, okay, I'm done. Sorry, Casey, but it looked so much like the movie, and we had just seen the movie, so that memory was so fresh in my mind that it was too. Despite the flavor and how delicious it tasted, I couldn't get the movie out of my mind, so I couldn't eat anymore. So I take that as a compliment, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When people tell me, like, oh, aren't you the girl that makes the gross food? I'm like, yes, thank you. And I'm so flattered. I don't think anyone else in this world would be excited.
If it didn't look like the movie, yeah. I think I would have enjoyed it, but it looked too accurate.
Scuba Steve Film said, love what you do on your channel. Keep up all the great work. I've been subbed to you for over a year. Learned about your channel from the guys over at Bloodbath and Beyond. Thank you so much for watching us. We hope that you've been enjoying the episodes, and we're very appreciative to Bloodbath and Beyond for featuring us on their channel about a year ago. And Justin, the spooky dog treats are definitely not made with real dog. We would never harm animals, only people that deserve it. That pudding was so gross. The one that I made, it tasted really good, but yes, it looked very gross. Okay, so we're going to actually play. We're going to do Jackbox, and get your phones ready. Hopefully you're not using your phone to watch the stream, but if you're on a computer and have your phone handy.
Or you can grab a tablet. Maybe.
Yeah, grab a tablet. You can actually log on and join in on the game with us. If we have a really funny, answer, you can give one of us a thumbs up, and sometimes that gives us more points. So we're going to get that. Let me close this one. If I were to make a recipe for the human centipede, what would it be? I would have to take several different things.
Chocolate pudding.
Oh, gross. Oh, someone said, I love how you incorporate mostly classic and cult horror, the best kind. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're pretty big fans of, like, kind of lesser known stuff.
It was Jackbox. It was on Party Pack 3, I think. Now, hopefully this doesn't get really loud when I click it. I apologize if it does. I can only imagine how this sounds over the chat. So while I'm getting this squared away, Ian, did you want to talk about the different things that you do on the show? Because I think for a lot of folks tuning in, they watch it and they may not realize that there's miniature models or that things are composited in, and that might be a good thing for them to...
Yeah, so I like special effects and miniature models especially. And so working on the show, we have the kitchen set that we work on here, and that's cool, but I like to go outside the kitchen whenever we can. And what I mean by that is the neighborhood that Casey's character lives in, the you've seen on a few episodes, and that's all a big miniature model that I constructed out of paper, foam core, what else did I use? Balsa wood also. And so I like to make things look as real as I can, but then I can't make them look 100% real, so I kind of play that as a strength and make it a bit more cartoony. And so I like to have Casey's character live in almost a cartoony type world, if that makes sense. So in some of the tombstones and the mausoleums you see in the cemetery, those are made out of craft foam, and I used a Dremel to kind of carve into them. And so I use green screen sometimes, but for the most part I try to keep things as real as I can. Like the puppets you saw in the most recent episode, the Krampus, the gingerbread puppets were, well, I can go grab them if you want.
Yeah, if you think they'd like to see it. Someone said, Stephen G. Atkins Studios, I get a kind of old school horror host vibe from you guys. Thank you so much. That is definitely one of our biggest inspirations. And I have been a horror host in Central California for the past 10 years. Not in a traditional sense. I actually do live screenings and do a live horror hosting as opposed to doing them on TV. But Salvador and I used to also have our own horror talk show on Friday nights. So, raise them up a little bit. Here's one of the gingerbread, I almost said ginger dead cookies. I'm so full of bad puns that they're now just coming into my normal conversation. So no digital food effects here. Yeah, so these were actually the little, so if you want to show them how they walked.
Yeah, he originally had two sticks attached to his feet, so I could move one stick forward, the other stick forward, so he could walk. And fun story, I guess, with these little gingerbread guys. The original script for that Krampus episode was completely different.
Actually had Krampus in it.
We had the Krampus in it. And we know a guy who has a really awesome Krampus costume, but unfortunately he was unavailable to shoot that day. So we were all here ready to go, and then no Krampus. And so we were thinking, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I thought, I could probably make some puppets. And I wasn't sure if I should tell Casey because I didn't know if I wanted to put in that much effort for an hour, basically, that we had before we shot. And so I told Casey, I could make some puppets out of foam real quick. And she said, you sure? And I said, yeah, I could do it. So she drew the design of the puppet, and I cut them out of foam, and then I used a Dremel to kind of smooth the edges. And then Casey used hot glue to get all the pieces on there. I'm not spoiling too much, am I? It's not actually frosting.
No, sorry, this is not a real cookie. But there were real cookies on the show, but we ate them. So
Casey painted the puppet, and then I hot glued on the little sticks on the back of it. And then we shot Evan tied up in the bathroom and shot the little puppets at the same time as him, so they could just kind of walk. I'm not on camera, is he? Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah, he can kind of walk, move his legs a little bit.
Put him on my arm.
Yeah, we can kind of walk. Yeah. He's got a limp going on now because he's missing a rod. But basically, they're little puppets, and that was a fun kind of creative thing where, again, we couldn't use our original script, so we improvised and just threw these little puppets together. And I think it came out better because, I like puppets, and it was fun to incorporate. And we wouldn't have had them otherwise.
And this was like, we had already filmed the recipe segment of the show, and then we were... it was about maybe 30 minutes before guests were gonna get here for the extras in the party scene, and we're like, we're making cookies, but not real cookies. So Some of you guys are grossing me out with these with these suggestions, like a human centipede with a peach cream in the middle. But what you said about chocolate pudding, that was pretty gross. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the game squared away. So I'm going to move over to the different window. You guys are going to see something a little wacky for a second because I got to get the source going. So, sorry, give me just a second. Okay, so you guys are welcome to, we're going to log on, we're going to play.
So with the room code, they're able to go in and they can vote? Or, well, no. When it's voting, when it's a game that you can vote on, you can do that.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get this going. And this game's kind of like a Saw-inspired game. Okay, so here's the room code. If you guys go over to jackbox.tv and then enter in the room code NUMP. Who's Robert Sidar?
I don't know. You don't know who
I
he
know
is?
who I know
the
who
Chin of Chins?
I know who the
Maniac
real one
Cop?
is, but I want to know who logged in on the chat with him.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of the people watching.
Okay, so if you guys go to jackbox.tv and then enter in that room code, you're welcome to play along with us. And you use your phone as your controller. So I'm trying to log in.
Oh, hey, Justin's watching. Justin's still...
Oh, hey, Justin, he moved over from, thank you. He moved over from Periscope over to YouTube, it looks like.
Thank you, Justin.
Okay, I think we're all in now. Oh, Justin's in now, too. Okay, I'll give you guys just a second if anyone else wants to enter in.
Oh, right. So, yeah, will it work that way? Like, they can actually play.
Yeah, I think you guys can actually play.
Yes.
Yes, this is gonna.
This is better. This is better.
And I'm sorry if anyone's watching with their children, maybe earmuff them or something, but we're not going to be PG on this. So feel free to get kind of, what would be the word? Don't limit yourselves on your, well, you can't enter an answer on this one, not all the time. So 2 are in the audience.
Yeah, so we're at the cap.
We're at the cap, but you guys are still welcome to join the audience.
Yeah, everybody else now will be in the audience.
Okay, so
cool.
press it's on whoever joined
It's
first.
me.
Okay, so go ahead, everybody's in.
And they can still join the audience.
Yeah, you guys
while the
can.
game's
You guys can still
being
join
played.
the audience.
Well, it's in progress.
Yeah. Hopefully, can you guys all see the video?
Wake up. Come on, wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a merciless deluge of pain and suffering.
Okay, so here are the rules.
But it's also so fun. Let's all take a moment and try to remember it's fun. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life. In one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. Oh, and hey look, we've got an audience playing along too. At the end of the game, if the audience has less money than the player who wins, everyone in the audience dies. I was hoping you might like to play it over Twitch. I'm not sure what Twitch is, but I like the sound of it. Twitch. Listen to me blabber on. Let's just get into the game. You'll figure it out as we go.
Horror Gal's
All right,
asking.
first
this
question.
is Trivia murder party.
Even the greats have to die sometime. What disease is considered eradicated? your device to answer the question. That means you weirdos in the audience, too. Time's running out.
Yeah, so this is more than I hoped for.
Yeah.
It's cool that we can actually play with everybody else.
And the correct answer is...
Oh.
Who got it right?
So Ian's the only one who got it. We all
The
died?
rest of you...
Oh my
You
god!
guys are small.
Welcome to the killing floor.
It's not. Vicky says it's not letting her answer.
We're going to play the finger
Some
cutting
people
game.
are just in the
I hope you're not
audience.
fond of snapping.
Like, the
Just
But
choose
she's
one of your
got
fingers
her
to cut
Oh,
off.
really?
Oh
Easy,
no!
right? All you have to do is endure blinding pain.
So,
Ready, set, slice.
so what this means is if there's an answer and it happens to be that number, that finger's gone, so you can't answer it.
Stop figuratively giving me the finger right now and literally give me
Maven,
the
right?
finger.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
it
Well,
says.
she cut her finger off.
Yeah, it says Maven Cutter.
Thanks for the fingers, everyone. But what's this? My finger quota is pretty light.
Doc the Metal said, "Don't worry, all of us except Ian got it wrong." Okay, so
And now you're dead. See? Real consequences down here.
you can
But
still play
trivia is
as a
not just
ghost,
for those
so don't
drawing
log
breath.
off.
Yeah.
Keep
it's
playing
not-
and you
it's
might
not
just
really
rejoin the living.
So
I take a
everybody that
picture of you,
dies
but I
is still
know it
plays
turned out
ghosts,
poorly.
and we can still...
Okay, yeah, Justin answered the plague too. The plague's still a thing. I have no idea.
Yeah, the bubonic plague, that's what I thought was that too.
Ooh, look! Here's everybody's score. I put a lot of work into the scoreboard. Oh, and let's throw the audience a bone. Uh-oh, audience. Kind of a bad
The
start,
audience has
eh?
more money
But
than
it's
me.
early.
Oh,
Just
that's
keep
funny. It
plugging
has
away.
several heads.
That's pretty cool.
Here's another one. What animal statues are fixed on top of Berlin's iconic Brandenburger Gate?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, because I cut off my pinky, I can't answer that one. I'm just going to put lions.
She needs to eat it. No, that's it. Yeah.
Time's running out. Who picked this?
All right.
The rest of you who are still
Oh my
alive.
gosh.
I totally thought it was bears too, because like
I
bears
put
are
lions
a
because
significant thing.
Well, I
in,
thought-
wait, no, it was
Hey
German,
girl,
right?
welcome back to the killing floor. Let me ask you a question. So put a little thought into this. It's important. What's the best beverage?
so it's going to be a matter of opinion here. Coke Zero.
Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished.
And for those of you who are just tuning in, you're still welcome to join the audience. Go to jackbox.tv and then
Why
enter
aren't
in
you
the
hitting
room
send?
code.
Are you trying to irritate me?
Mount.
Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the answer that you hate the most.
I don't hate anyone's answer.
The
That's
person who wrote
so...
the answer with the most votes will die.
Oh, Sweet Tea's really good. Whoever put that, I'm a big Sweet Tea
Seriously,
fan.
pick one you
And
just
Dr.
don't
Pepper.
like.
Blood of Children's my favorite, but it's a hard question. I don't
I
hate
won't
any.
wait forever.
The narrator's too sassy, says Matronox. Mountain Dew, lemon lime ice.
The votes are in.
Grain juice, whiskey. Oh no!
Don't worry, this work is
Oh,
just
it's
ahead of its
high.
time.
Come on, Blood of Children.
3 people said they hated. You were one of the people that said you hated
I was
Ecto.
acting on that.
Blood of Children is in.
Just to prove this isn't a fever dream, here are the scores again.
Again, the audience still has more money than me. Well, I'm dead.
Let's try another one. I just need to justify all the bad things I've done over the years. How often does Mars go into retrograde?
I need to find my charger. Someone said booty
Time
juice.
right now.
Oh wow.
Is that what that stuff was called in
Oh,
Who said?
what was it called?
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder.
Beth is the only one who got it right. Someone said Maven's character looks like a voodoo Patrick Star. I love it.
Let's
So it's
test your
you and
memory.
Justin. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get
Memorize
this
the
one.
pattern. Okay, you've seen enough. From left to right, what was the order of the colors?
So
And
yeah,
the
that
one
one's
with
always
the worst
fun. Like,
memory will feel my
sometimes you'll
wrath.
pay more
But
attention to the
you'll
colors. and
probably
then they'll
just
tell
forget
you,
that
like,
fact too.
what sort of weapons that the order, the order that they were in.
Oh, the whole order, like everything?
Yeah.
Was this the order you burned into your brain?
Oh no.
How did you do?
Christina said it was Booty Sweat on Tropic
Booty
Thunder.
Sweat, that's right,
Yeah. Way to go, Justin. You're all right.
Justin has a good memory.
It looks like you forgot what was at stake.
Aww. John Steele, you can get this on multiple platforms. We're playing it on Steam on the computer right now, but they have it on PlayStation and Xbox.
Let's try this again.
And they have good sales, too.
If you don't know this one, you're probably not a real music fan. Which monster does not get mentioned in the Monster Mash?
Now I have to think of this.
Yeah. So like run through the list and
After you answer to the grab. Someone said rest in peace, John Neptune.
Time's running out.
Someone said, who doesn't like root
And the
beer?
correct answer is this
yeah.
one.
That's right. Dracula's son over the Frankenstein? Frankenstein monster? Yeah.
So Justin and Beth,
Look at all that cash, y'all. It's like Warren Buffett's sock drawer up in
the
here.
Death Twitch, I
Here's
think
how
we're
this is
all
going to
losing.
work.
I haven't gotten
If no one
anything
Yeah, we're all
right.
failing pretty
No
hard.
one dies. But if you do take the money, I'll kill everyone who didn't. There's one catch. If you all take the money, then you all die. Think of this as a fun team building exercise. Talk it out. Let's see where the chips and heads fall. So, I'm trying to be more honest about my emotions, and
You're ready to
right
paint?
now,
So he's gonna
I'm
see someone
bummed I don't get to kill anybody.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That usually doesn't happen.
Yeah. Come here, baby.
If you think I'm outrageous, you should check out this Deadpool character. The things that come out of his mouth. He is not your typical superhero. Alright, next question.
Oh, Lindsay's in here.
Now
Say
for a
hi,
question
Lindsay.
about my
Not your Lindsay,
favorite
different
supplier
Lindsay.
of mission leaders.
Mother May.
What does the LL stand for in LL Bean?
I wish I could put my own answer in this.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Larry Luscious? I just want to pick that.
Well, the LLB dad is pretty hot. Right? Pretty sexy, so kind of sounds right.
Time's running out.
Hey, Dead Real, thanks for tuning in.
Who picked this?
Leon.
Leon.
That's like when someone's
That's a
name was
horrible
like
name.
John Johnson or like, you know, like
No, that's
Chris,
even worse.
yeah.
for me.
Nice for you.
Sorry if anybody in the chat is named John Johnson, by the way. I'm apologizing for that.
They're like, I'm unsubscribing now.
Yeah.
Nothing says, yep, you're probably going
Lovely
to die than
to be-
taking a spin at the loser wheel. Go ahead. Give it up.
You are a Josh.
Yeah, baby. Now that's how you spin the loser wheel. Better luck next time.
So Beth had a total guess and she got it right. I love when that happens, but obviously that's not happening for me today.
Only one
Alright,
player
that's
left
the last
alive.
pick, yeah.
Just how I like it.
So I believe we're gonna go to the final.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the
Well,
final.
look who's still
So
alive.
everybody
Now you
that's a
just have
ghost,
to
we can.
escape with your
If
body.
you answer and you pass up Beth here, then
I'm
you
going to
get
give
your
you
life
a
back,
category.
and
You can win.
you can win.
Marsupials. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit.
That's all I may answer.
It's just her.
Oh, because I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah, we come in on the next one.
Decisions.
Baby's trying to walk on the computer.
Oh, it's so tense. Cut it with a knife. The tension.
Let's see the right answers.
Yep.
See, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes none of
There is no right
One
answer.
space for every correct answer.
So you
Don't
just
answer any of them, then you get points.
You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
I don't even eat sausage, so I don't know.
And so only the ghosts can add to that bottom one, so it gives us a little bit of an edge so we can have an advantage to catch up.
Bye, Lindsay. Thanks for joining us. Good luck with moving. The little spoilers. I don't know what Savoloy is, so I have no idea. If anyone's just now tuning in, you can still join at jackbox.tv, room code NUMP, but this game's at the last stage, but we have enough time to play
Oh,
another
this
one. Really? I've never heard of that middle one.
The ghosts are catching up.
So John Neptune's
It's like a Greek
Voiced
sausage
by
or something.
Frank Oz.
voiced by Frank Ott. Oh, this is perfect for you. I have no idea. And you don't have to actually answer any of them. If you think that none of them are the right answer, you can just hit submit, or if you think only one is. Baby's trying to play too right now. Vicky, I don't eat meat either, so I blame that on why I didn't know the answer to that.
Oh, and the Cookie Monster. I
What?
was like, the voice, Yoda's voice is kind of similar to Miss Piggy. It was Miss Piggy and the Cookie Monster.
I didn't think.
Beware of the darkness.
I put Countdown Countdown.
Novels written by women.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
still,
still get points for it.
A race with ghosts now. That would be an interesting kids game. Hey, German Fox is back. Little. Oh, and she's hiding in.
I don't like that at all.
I just figured
I just guessed all of them.
Prime numbers.
I'm numbers. Oh gosh.
Yeah, prepare for me to lose.
Terrible math question. I'm gonna guess.
If it makes you guys feel any better, I'm in last place.
I missed it. I didn't see.
Pasta types.
Pasta types.
I love pasta, but let's see if I...
Alright, Casey's got the heads on this.
No, I don't know. Every time I'm so certain I'm wrong. I know.
We're in the kitchen, I don't know! Not that the kitchen isn't a place for me. Just to be clear.
Oh!
Got it. You got it wrong, I got it right.
Well, yeah.
Can't believe it.
I'm not the pasta pro here. I just said I love pasta. Oh, look, I'm gonna die right now.
Approaches.
Where am I even at?
Oh my...
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know this one. I know this one. The advantage of growing up as a minority. That's right. That's right. They were like a rap group in the movies.
I don't even know. I mean... Yeah, I remember that show. Wishbone. What?
It all rides on this.
Oh, the shadow's gonna get me. I have no idea. I don't watch sports. I don't even understand sports. I don't play them. I get hurt. Are you guys having fun with this one?
Yeah, it seems like it.
James Hetfield? You know I'm gonna die right now because the shadow's right on my arm.
So did I.
Yeah, I thought Wishbone was the dog. I put Casey Bone on that one because it sounded like, I don't know, it sounded like somebody's name. Did you get bunny rabbit?
Oh, alright, he won. Read the chat window real quick. Well, I guess it'll show in the end. Oh, she kept it.
Oh, I didn't see.
She beat us. Nobody overtook her.
Okay, we're gonna see a cause of death on everybody. Whole audience of 9 dies, only scored 6,760. Why did they play? Okay, so now we get to see how everyone died.
So we're gonna do we're gonna choose the reboot franchise.
So
Other people can log in and play. But it's pretty cool when you hit play a sequel. it's like all the same names, but it's like Junior. So it'll say like John Neptune Jr.,
Yeah.
Robert Zadar Jr., and then if you do sequel again at the end of that game, it'll say the third, you know? It's pretty funny.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to reboot the franchise.
Yeah.
So new people,
if anybody that got to play right now, if you could, let somebody else log in first to get in the game, we'd appreciate it.
And then we'll do a going once, going twice, and then if anyone else. But we have only about 13 minutes of the stream left, unfortunately, but I think we can get through it.
Party's downstairs. Come on
So if you want to ask if everybody wants to just stick with this or what? I think it's pretty fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah, do you guys want to
Hopefully
stick?
everybody in
Do you guys want to stick with this one, or should we do Mad Libs? Or that was a neat game. This was awesome, Casey. So do you guys want to keep going on this one?
This game?
Yes, awesome. Looks like people are liking this one. Should we do it again?
This is more interactive, I think, for the
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll show the room code in a second once we select to start a new game.
Oh, you have to put reboot. That's why I can't click it. Okay, so there's going to be a new room code. It'll say that you're not in the room anymore. Oh, and then on your phone you can click to share who lived or died. So it's going to say you're disconnected. If anyone who didn't get to play on the last one would like to join in, feel free. Go to jackbox.tv and then enter the room code GXTI.
GXTI?
Yeah.
Beth said, mic drop, I'm out. Oh, now people are saying Mad Libs, though.
Oh.
There was a little bit of a... should we do the Mad Libs since we only have about 10 minutes
It
left?
might be faster, yeah. How long is a game? How long does that take?
I don't know, it kind of took a while, didn't it?
Yeah, it did take a...
That was a
Well,
fun
I
one.
wouldn't be opposed to coming back on another time and playing it with them. We could do that later.
Yeah.
We can log back on later after the crawl is done, so we're not going on to anyone else's time, and then we can do this game again if you guys would like that, and then that way we could do the Mad Libs, because I don't think we have enough time for a whole game, actually, now that I'm looking at the clock.
Yeah, we'll probably run over.
Alright, so we'll do that. We'll come back on in a little while, and then we'll play Jackbox with you guys again. That way, different people can get on and play that didn't get to play last time, because we don't have enough time to finish this game. So let me go back over to... So we're going to play some Mad Libs. So we're going to rely solely on you guys in the chat right now. So
where are we going to let everybody know, like, at what time we're going to come back on to play Jackbox?
So the crawl will be over at 7 p.m.
Okay.
So we could
Oh, yeah, because they're doing an hour
Yeah.
after party, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So we will come back around 7 p.m. We'll tweet about it, and you guys are more than welcome to join us, and we'll play some more Jackbox. Okay, so what do you guys want to do? There's treats. Okay, and this is so bad because these are aimed at little kids, and it's probably going to
Let's
get...
use that one because I hate that font.
Okay, oh yeah,
That font is so
this like
trendy.
this
Like, you
font.
see it
I
on
should have put it
everywhere.
up on the screen. Well, I guess I don't want them to see it though, because then it'll be funny though. So we'll show them afterwards. Okay, I would come back another time to play. Okay, we will come back on about 7 o'clock if you guys want to play it with us. So we'll make an announcement. We'll tweet about it over on Homicidal Casey, and we'll come back and we'll play more Jackbox. And there's other Jackbox games. They're not all horror. Some of them get highly inappropriate very quickly, and they're hilarious. So since we only have about 10 minutes left of the stream, we're going to do some Mad Libs, and we're going to rely on you guys. So we need an adjective and a first name. So please put in the chat an adjective and a first name. $7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so in about 3 hours or so, when the stream is done. Yeah, now that we know that you guys enjoyed this, we'd be more than happy to do it more often. We have a lot of fun. I just honestly didn't think anyone would want to watch me live stream anything. I'm pretty terrible at games, but that game's more interactive for them. So I mean, even though I still ended up last place just to prove how terrible I am. Okay, so I'm waiting for some adjectives and first names.
Scaly.
Yeah, so the like series of games that's on, it's called like Jackbox Game Pack, and that particular one was Trivia Murder Party.
On party. Okay, so let's pick we need a name.
If anybody wants to go check them out.
So should we do Slimy and then pick a name, you guys?
Franklin.
Oh yeah, and there is an after party at 6 p.m. on Horror Addicts, so we're all gonna go there. So what was the name? Franklin that you guys picked? Hey Doc, that's awesome. I hope you're very close to your 200 subs. And many more.
She's terrible at video games. It's okay. You guys have to be nice.
Yeah, you don't... Okay, now we need an adjective and a noun. And you don't have to be PG with this. Archibald. Dang, I want to put that in.
Yeah, I was like Ichabod would be a cool one.
Yeah. Keep it to horror.
If you guys see anything in there, I need another adjective and another noun, and a noun.
Stinky. What's that one? Funky.
They haven't seen me hit one of my points where I start freaking out at a game yet. I started like grabbing at my head like, oh my gosh, but they haven't seen me like start swearing.
Yeah.
I did swear the other night. I knocked over a porta potty and I said a word that appropriately went with knocking over a porta potty on the game, not in real life. Okay, adjective, gooey and dong. Should we do it?
For what? A noun?
We need an adjective and a noun. We'll put dong as a noun.
Ooh, Sexy Tree. That's the name of my next band.
Okay, we need a verb and an animal. I know Gory loves that we put dong down. So we need a verb. Tell me when you guys see a verb on here. We need an animal.
You guys need dogs.
Last night I logged on to someone's live stream in the chat. It was just like dong something. Dong, dong, dong. I was like, Okay, so we need a verb. Do you see any verbs in there? We need an animal, a verb ending in ing, and an adverb.
Animal, a weasel. Running. Ferret, platypus. Platypus.
Oh, I kind of like platypus. Okay, we're going to put platypus down. Okay, we need a verb ending in ing and an adverb.
Sexting.
And we do need...
Sexting.
Sexting.
Do sexting for verb. I like that one.
That's so perfect. And then we need an adverb. I hear dong and think at the beginning of AC/DC Hell's Bells. Okay. Adverb, seductively. Oh, that goes perfect. What do you think?
Put it in there.
Okay, so
If
now...
it goes perfectly. You said it goes perfectly.
Well, from what the previous word was.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need an adjective and a first name. And we have 5 minutes left, so we gotta do this quick.
Wait, what words do we need?
We need an adjective. We need two adjectives, and we need a first name. Madly wanking.
Is wonkly a word?
It can be a
we
word.
need two adjectives?
Yeah, we need two adjectives, a first name. We're not putting my first name.
Carl's first name.
Tired Humphrey, Baba.
horror gal really wants wonkily.
Where could we fit that in?
Well, we need adjectives, right?
Yeah, we need two. We need a noun. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, unhinged. That's good.
Someone put slutty.
Oh. Well, wait. We need 2. So let's do slutty and. Okay, we need a name. You guys see any good names in there?
Susan, Jack, Roy, Willie.
How about Willie? Okay, now we need a noun, a verb ending in ing. We need 2 verbs ending in ing, a noun and a plural noun, and then we're done. And we have 3 minutes before we hand the Creepy Channel crawl over to Fedora. So look in the description below over on YouTube and get the link to Fedora's channel. Or if you're watching on the playlist over on Horror Addicts, you can just hit next.
What?
Okay.
So what words do we need?
We need a noun.
And 2 verbs ending in ing.
And a plural noun. Okay, why don't we can just write something too if this is getting, if we're cutting it close, because we have like 3 minutes, so I don't want to cut into anyone else's time. Somebody thought BB was a cat.
Put wanking as 1, because
Okay.
I've seen that come up a lot.
Okay, wanking.
Someone put snogging.
Okay.
So put that also.
Oops.
That's British.
Yeah.
That's a British term for kissing.
Okay, now we need a noun and a plural noun.
If I'm correct, I believe.
Oh, that's from Harry Potter. Right.
Would geese be a plural noun? Because it's not. It's more than one of a
Yeah,
goose.
yeah,
Geese.
right.
Let's do geese, and then we need a noun.
Spelunking.
Dogs.
A plural noun?
Oh, we
yeah.
already put a plural noun down. We put geese, so we could put dog.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna read this, and I apologize in advance if you have any children listening. A scary Halloween story. They say my school is haunted. My slimy friend, Macabre Archibald, said she saw, oh my god, a gooey dong floating at the end of the hall near the cafeteria.
Ghost dong.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Some say if you're running down that hallway at night, you'll hear a platypus sexting seductively. My slutty friend Willie saw saw an unhinged dog wanking under one of the tables once. I hope I never see any geese snogging. Eating lunch there is scary enough.
So even platypi nowadays, they know how to text message. Is that the correct? Is that the correct form of plural for platypus? I wonder. It must be, right?
I guess so.
Cactus.
Yeah, you'll hear a platypus sexting seductively. My slutty friend Willie saw an unhinged dog wanking under one of the tables. That was so hard for me to read without laughing.
This is the script for our next episode.
Yeah, this is the next episode of the Homicidal Homemaker. Well, it is now 4 o'clock, so I think that that is the demise of our hour of the Creepy Channel Crawl. We just wanted to thank Gory and Danny from Horror Addicts for including us on the crawl, and we've really been enjoying everything that we've been able to catch. So please head over to Fedora's channel. You can get the link in the description below on YouTube. Please continue the crawl and then join Horror Addicts for the after party at 6 p.m. And then we'll be back on live at 7 p.m. to play some more Trivia Murder Party with you guys.
Thanks for playing Trivia Murder Party with us, Creepy Crawl folks.
Thanks for tuning in.